Welcome back to the January edition of the Library Roadshow. You know we love to talk with authors on the Library Roadshow, and on each new edition of this program, we profile someone new for you. Today, I'm delighted to chat with a good friend of the library, former librarian and master storyteller, Romain St. Romain. Roseanne, you've written and performed new interpretations of wonderful folk tales such as Moon's Cloud Blanket or Once Upon a Shoe. Tell us about these and some of your other titles.
Mary, thanks so much for inviting me to be part of this show. My first book, Moon's Cloud Blanket, is a Louisiana Native American tale. It comes from the Houma Choctaw people, and my Native American friend, Greyhawk Perkins, did tell me he remembers his grandmother telling him that story. I got the idea for that book actually from a book that I found at East Baton Rouge Parish Library. It's called Folk Tales of the South in Louisiana. I can't recall the author right now, but I know the librarians can help you find it. What I learned about writing books was that you really have to stop and think about what information needs to be put in words and what information can be put into the illustrations. It wasn't hard. It was challenging, and it was very interesting because I actually learned that story as a professional storyteller. I crafted it orally in front of live audiences. I didn't sit down and write it first. So it was an interesting and fun challenge to translate it into a picture book. And Pelican Publishing gave me the opportunity to have input into what the illustrations would be about. So that was a lot of fun. My second book is called Monsieur Durand's Grosse Affaire. And Monsieur Durand's Grosse Affaire means Mr. Durand's Big Deal. It's based on a true story that happened in St. Martinville in Louisiana in the 1800s at Pine and Oak Alley. And there is a historical marker marking the driveway that figures into the story. I really don't want to tell too much about what the story is about because it's really an intriguing story, and it captured my imagination. And I actually found the idea for that story in the same book that I found Moon's Cloud Blanket.
I know you still have lots of fans right here in East Baton Rouge Parish. Roseanne, what are you working on right now?
Am I working on any new stories to tell? I'm always working on stories. I'm always working on poems. I've taken to writing whimsical poetry, and I have some of it on my Facebook site. You can look for me, Romain St. Romain. You will need to friend me, and I'll friend you right back. But anyway, what I'm also working on right now is trying to get all the stories that I crafted in oral performances into books, either e-books or hard copy books, and also to produce them as spoken word CDs that can be on MP3s. I've got one CD called Once Upon a Shoe that is on iTunes as well as a number of other sites, and you can download the individual stories or the whole album. But I'm working on trying to get all my repertoire of spoken word stories, which was really my first love, the art of the spoken word, getting them documented and into digital format and loaded. Once I've got that done, I'll really hone in on more stories. But I am always thinking and writing and jotting things down.
What insights could you share with our viewers about writing books and the art of storytelling, and which do you prefer?
Writing stories and telling stories are such different processes. I really don't prefer one over the other. The stories that I have published as books at this point are stories that I crafted in performance as a storyteller. What I like about having those stories as books is that people can enjoy the stories without me showing up to actually tell it to them face to face. So at this point, that's what I really like best about the writing. Plus, it's really intriguing to find just the exact word that I really want on a printed page for all time. When you're telling stories, the words are in the air in that moment, and, you know, I can backtrack and use more words or less words, so it's a challenge in writing to get just the words just right, just the right word at the right time. In telling stories, though, I have to say, when I tell stories to a live audience, and I'm looking at them in their faces, and they're looking at me. It's such a fabulous conversation and such a wonderful experience for me. I feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of people who have been doing this for thousands of years and who are still doing it all over the planet. And it's my very firm belief that the face-to-face spoken word is the most powerful form of communication ever, and that it always will be.
Thanks so much, Roseanne. Always looking forward to your next visit to Baton Rouge. And don't forget, you can use the online catalog from home to search for books and folktales as retold by Roseanne St. Romain, or visit your local library to pick up some copies. All you need is your library card.
Hello out there in TV land. Today we have a craft to cheer up your winter blues. Cotton Ball Snowmen.
Let's get our cheer on.
For this craft, you will need construction paper, any color you want. We're using yellow, cotton balls, a glue stick, markers, googly eyes if you choose. First things first, grab your marker so you can draw 3 circles on your construction paper. You're gonna draw them one on top of the other. This will be your snowman's body. Next, you're gonna grab your googly eyes if you choose to do so, and you're going to put one little dollop of glue on each. Or you can draw your 2 eyes. Add in a nose and a mouth. And now, if you're industrious, you can draw a scarf on your snowman. You're ready to fill in the body with your balls of fur. Grab your snowballs and you're gonna spread them apart, and you're gonna glue them on the blank space. You're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you. I love snowmen.
When you finish, you can make a scene on the rest of your construction paper. And there you have it, a cotton ball snowman. What kind of scene would you put your snowman in, Chuandra?
The mall.
Of course. Wouldn't you like a trip to the mall, Frosty?
He would. He likes Abercrombie.
And this craft ends happily ever after.
Thanks so much. The Library Roadshow will be back in a moment. And coming up after the break, a spotlight of just a few of our upcoming events on the library's community calendar. And remember, they're all free just for you.